Asiwafuna makwala Asiwafuna mavela shona Asifuna imidwembe Sifuna makabane kathamba.
Greetings, comrades. With the advent of social media, SADTU has evolved with the times to bring you the educator's voice on your social media platforms, to report on issues regarding your conditions of service, union programs, and to highlight the successes of members who excel in the profession, and many more.
Now, for the drum roll. This is the Wenana position, all the way from Limpopo, from Boduma Primary School, Sophia Abbigail Chepape. Sophia loves hugs. That's why she closely relates with grade R learners, and they make her life worth living. Her first choice is always to dress properly so that she gets the attention, and she sees her dress code as something that learners can relate to, and it appeals to her learners during her lessons.
The second category is excellence in grade R teaching, and number 1 goes to Capricorn North.
Good day, Ma'am Chepape. Welcome to SADTU Online TV. We are here to celebrate with you and also to get some sense about your achievement. Please briefly give us your background. Who is Ma'am Chepape? Where did you grow up? Where did you attend your school? And how long have you been in this profession?
I'm Sophia Abbigail Chepape from Seshego Zone 8. I'm working at Boduma Primary School as a DH in the foundation phase. I went to Mokopane College of Education where I obtained my SPTD, Senior Primary Teacher's Diploma. In 1992, I went to Lephalale. I started working at Lephalale at Nku Primary School. I came here in 2018. I'm having the FDE, Further Diploma in Education, ACE, and also Honors Education Psychology.
How did you enter the competition?
This came by my principal. After attending a workshop at the second office, she came and explained everything about NTA. And then I got motivated there as a right candidate to enter the NTA because I'm very much passionate, consistent in everything which I do, and also I believe in teamwork. Mrs. Ramashala RTV, she encouraged me to enter the NTA. And also the colleagues in my school, they also motivated me. I thank them.
In which category? And how has that impacted on you personally as an educator?
My category is excellence in grade R teaching. After winning this award, I felt a changed person. This applies with NTA. If it happens that you meet NTA, I'm telling you, your life will never be the same. NTA made me realize that I'm a good teacher. I now know what is expected me in the classroom. I always make sure that my lessons in the classroom are inclusive. They are differentiated, they are modified, they are adaptable.
Was teaching your first choice?
Yes, it was my first choice. Encouraged by my teacher, Mem Mokhotla, she always made teaching and learning meaningful and fun. That is why I took teaching as my first priority.
How have you over the years evolved as a teacher?
I made sure that I become passionate with everything I do in the classroom. I read books to have more information. I inquire with everything that I do. And I also believe in teamwork, that you can't do things alone.
One may ask, how has the win motivated you?
Everything I do, it was good. That is why I was able to enter the NTA.
Do you think that we need this type of awards to act as a motivation for teachers or to recognize teachers?
Teachers are doing excellently in their classroom, and I think this NTA is very right because it acknowledges every good work teachers are doing in the classroom. I always say that as educators, we must take this or make NTA our first priority because it opens a room for self-development.
Looking at this environment where you are working in, there is less development in terms of infrastructure. Those challenges, how are they affecting you?
The number of learners in my class, they are 67 and I'm alone. Those learners, they need attention, they need love. And then while I'm alone with a huge number, it's a disaster.
Are you receiving enough support in order for you to excel as a teacher? Do you have to improvise or dig deep in your line of work?
Educators here, they are always supportive. They are always loving.
Is there anything you would like to see change in terms of policy or in school to make you a better teacher than you are now?
That thing of teacher-pupil ratio, as I told you that my learners are many in the classroom. If the policy says teacher-pupil ratio must be 1:34, let it be like that. Let the department appoint more teachers to be able to help. I always think of this thing of appointing teachers. Maybe if the department, before it appoints a teacher, it must make sure that this is a real teacher. Because some teachers are there, but they are not playing their part.
Do you think teachers are valued by the department?
Big no. Teachers are not valued. We earn less, but we are working too much. Even the community, I'm teaching grade R. People are taking us for granted in grade R. And the other thing is that teachers are earning less. And the other professions, they earn more than us. And those professions come from teaching. You can't be a doctor without knowing how to read, knowing how to write. You can't be an engineer without knowing how to read, knowing how to write. That is why I say teachers are not valued. What
would you say to a learner who wants to follow in this profession?
There is nothing wrong with this profession. It needs someone who is disciplined, who perseveres.
You've just won an important award. Where do you see yourself in 5 years to come?
I just want to see myself at the district office as an SES, Senior Education Specialist, based in the foundation phase, especially in grade R. Many teachers and the community, they take these grade R teachers for granted. They say we are doing nothing. And in grade R, we prepare the soil. You cannot sow a seed in an unprepared soil. I want to be a senior education specialist to be able to come to schools and monitor and support those grade R teachers so that they cannot have the low self-esteem. They can believe in themselves. People are taking us for granted. That is why I want to go with these schools and then explain what grade R is and the importance of teachers who are teaching grade R. I'm a national champion from grade R. Nothing is impossible in grade R. Nothing is impossible with God. Nothing is too hard for God, and nothing takes God by surprise.
There are teachers who are aspiring or who envy you. What message or information would you like to share with them so that those who want to be where you are know what to do?
Colleagues who aspire me, I don't have a problem. They must make sure that they read books, to have more information, and then they believe in teamwork because you cannot do things alone.
There is this narrative that SADTU members are lazy. They are always absent, they don't teach. What is your take on this say?
As you can see, this comes from the results we see yearly. Here at Boduma, we are 100% SADTU members, and we are working too hard. We follow our timetables. We do everything excellently. I don't think comrades can just go to school, sit down, and not do what is expected of them.
Good day, Comrade Sokana. My name is Wilson Mark. Welcome to SADTU Online TV. Briefly, tell us more about yourself. Who is Comrade Sokana?
I'm Luba Alfred Sokana, 34 years of age teacher who majored in physical sciences and life sciences. I was born and bred at this community, Haramogopa, and I attended at Ratoma Primary, then I went to Mogomeni High School where I matriculated, then went to University of Limpopo to enroll for the Bachelor of Science in Molecular and Life Sciences, where I majored in chemistry and biochemistry and microbiology. Later on, because of the calling, I then enrolled for postgraduate certificate in education, where I ended up being a teacher. I'm a champion for the National Teaching Awards for the previous year, 2021, whereby I entered the category of excellence in secondary school teaching. I came #1 at the national level. Education to me is a calling. I really like my job.
How has the journey been throughout the years?
I met Sophia Chepape, who won at the national, and I want to say congratulations to Madam Chepape. Madam Chepape, we did the advocacy. After being the champion, you have learned that you become ambassador, where we run advocacy, tell people about NTA, how to get into the competition, what is required. Also, the principal told her about the National Teaching Award. Then she entered the National Teaching Award. We are a group of mentors within our region, the likes of Molepo, the likes of Comrade Suela. So we are many in this region where we are helping those that are first time into the NTA. We coached at the second level, and she went through, started sitting as a team, giving them the tactics to what is needed for the National Teaching Award and what is not needed. The person who contributed much is the former DCES, Madam Machaka, who was the DCES for the foundation phase. She went to national and she came back with that particular award. Congratulations, we are impressed of the work that we did as a team as Sekgosese Cluster NTA coordinating team.
What are the most important qualities do you think a teacher should have?
Let me also introduce that I'm the education convener for SADTU Mononono branch, Capricorn region, Limpopo province. You cannot be a school fan if you ban the school. The qualities that I would prefer educators to have is to go beyond the call of duty. We have the line of duty as educators to ensure that the African child receives the best and quality education. Now SADTU says we are school fan. How do we become a school fan if we don't teach, if we don't go to a class? I become discouraged when we have mass meeting and you see someone wearing a red t-shirt going somewhere else. That is discouraging. Hence, we are being called other name to say SADTU members are not doing the right things or are not teaching as they're supposed to be teaching. So I'm saying to the colleagues out there to say an educator should go beyond the call of duty. Hence, I'm saying it is not all SADTU members who are not doing as they are supposed to do. So my message to say, let's deliver beyond expectation. Let's ensure that for the black child that is within our class, of every African that is within our class that needs education, that are thirsty for education, we need to teach. We need to make sure that he receives the best and quality education at the best of our level.
In your opinion, what are the challenges facing the profession?
We have young educators who come from universities. They come, they join us. Some of those colleagues, they are not passionate in what it's supposed to be done at school. I don't know as whether they got the privilege to get the bursary or they were forced of the profession. Not all of them, but we still have colleagues who would come to work and not do as they're supposed to teach learners. I see that as a challenge. I feel the university or the bursary holder should conscientize all South Africans who are being awarded the bursary to say, for you to go out and teach, it's something that it must come within. You need to teach in such a way that when these learners, they go out, whether it's a primary, they are being promoted to high school, or they are being promoted, they've passed grade 12, they are going to tertiary, they must be changed learners. Our job is to teach. and to teach the learners that we are currently having. We can not only teach, there are challenges, especially in high school, where learners are smoking data, where learners sometimes they come to school with drugs, come to school being drunk. It is our responsibility as teachers to make sure that all those challenges should not happen under our watch. Our job is to make sure that our schools becomes the centers of excellence in the sense that we produce quality and better results. As an education convener in the Limpopo province, whereby Limpopo is the number last in terms of NSC results, we are trying very hard. Hence, we have Saturday classes, we have camps, we teach even during the evening, just to make sure that we produce better results for all the South Africans.
I thank you so much. I congratulate you for winning, and I hope you will continue. I saw you. You have been a good leader, very humble, lovely, and you have been supporting us wherever we were doing wrong. You were there to support us and give us the way forward. I hope in future you will continue the very long work, the very hard work that we are doing every day. Continue to show the learners the love that you've been showing. Do the good work at the foundation of Boduma Primary School. When the children come to us, we can see that we have laid a solid foundation. Thank you so much. Continue the good work.
Congratulations, ma'am, on winning the NTA. Rethabile kudu as a school, and I told you even before, ma'am, you are going to come back with it. Lerbile mebane. Rethabile kudu as a school. This is one of our own. Scholar Sara Nasi Leudum Satswea, Kabagala Lena, well done, congratulations. Leribulated say, Lerna in future, Reabona Diaconea. Ever not one about the Balagwakule, what it TV modi region. Renana or maybe is a drama. Now Reabona gave legan net. Retabile Kudu as a school.
Principal Mannya, Ditshelane, Hannah, my full names, the principal of Boduma Primary School. I got appointed here in 2009, but I started here as a deputy principal and I got promoted to a principal the following year in 2010. Ma'am Chepape is one of the best teachers that we have here. Fortunately, she is the departmental head of the foundation phase, which I think put her in good state to win the category that she won. She's one of the best. Very humble, hardworking, and very interested in what she's doing, very committed and very passionate. As a school, we contributed to the enabling environment that made it all possible for her to succeed and to become the champion that we are talking about today and the champion that we are celebrating. All in all, we're very happy as a school, we're very happy as a community because it motivates us and it inspires us and it puts us on the map. I can even share with you to say when I got promoted here in 2010, I had one dream of putting our school on the map and I wanted our school to be a good of choice. So with this achievement, because it has made me realize the dream that I had when I got appointed. We never had any doubt and we believe in distributed leadership. Most of the time, because I'm in and out of office, she's the one who is taking care. So since she started, it has shown her she is going to win. I think we should also thank the parents of grade R learners who helped and contributed to this achievement, because there were times that she will need those learners on a Saturday and Batswadi will gladly afford us the opportunity to have those learners so that what we are seeing today. We are seeing a lot of things happening. Her attitude to the work, her commitment, her language, everything about her has changed. Achievement, the impact that it will bring, because it's going to be a working process. Already, researchers identify people who will be entering come 2023. Just watch the space. This thing has changed her a lot. It changed the attitude of colleagues. This is a very old school. It was established in 1968, I heard, as I go through the books. Except for Tabaya Hore, Skolo Sarana is old. And you can see the buildings are old. We need a state-of-the-art school so that the dream that we have of improving the community can be realized. Renale challenge ya burglary. Recently, our school was broken into. We had laptops stolen and other essentials that were stolen. Be making this plea to the communities where they must own these schools. Babele pride and make sure that they protect our schools. ba ska reka dilo tsa utlhadi utswiwa knowing hore they come from our schools, because ke tsa bana ba bona, they are going to benefit them and they are going to benefit the communities. Re na le problem ya non-involvement of parents into the affairs just school. Remember, education is a societal issue. We need everyone to get involved. Boduma who call to all the communities to come on board and help us in raising these black children. Public quality education. We can't realize it when Batubarana say at the on board and get involved, because we want everyone to be on board. Realize that thing, our education is a societal issue.
Dumelang maloko a SADTU. Leina la ka ke Wilson. Welcome to I'm a School Fan show. The I Am a School Fan is a SADTU campaign that aims to mobilize stakeholders in education, including parents, teachers, learners, communities, and government departments, to address school-related violence in all its forms. The campaign is in line with the Union's 2019 Congress theme, claiming our right to have our human dignity and safety protected and respected in pursuit of a decolonized quality public education. SADTU seeks to rally society to protect schools from such despicable acts. Through I'm a School Fan campaign, SADTU calls on all stakeholders to do the following to make our schools safe havens. Stop violence against teachers, stop violence against learners, stop violence in schools and communities, stop violence against women and children, stop vandalism in schools. This fight is for the restoration of the dignity of those in our learning institutions. Remember, we teach, we care, we protect, we denounce violence.